What if the taxi you just hailed was a trap? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how a criminal syndicate used taxis to target unsuspecting passengers and the police operation that finally caught them. Meet Sasu Lawrence, also known as AGB, Richard Osai, and Charles Kofi Nti, alias Survivor. These three men were just arrested in a major police sting, but here's the twist. They weren't operating in dark alleys. They were using a taxi as their mobile crime scene. For months, they preyed on passengers, especially women, in the early morning hours. The Ghana Police Service describes it as an intelligence-led operation. Their method was chillingly simple. Two suspects sat in the front, posing as driver and passenger. The third hid in the back seat. When a victim boarded, they would deliberately lock the doors. Imagine that moment. You're just trying to get to work. The doors click shut. You can't get out. And then the man in the back seat pretends to help you. But instead, he's stealing your phone or your wallet. That's the nightmare these suspects allegedly created. They were picked up on January 12, 2026. Preliminary investigations paint a picture of a coordinated syndicate, but here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't just about three men. Police say efforts are underway to identify and arrest the people who receive and trade the stolen items. This points to a larger network. A whole economy built on snatched phones and stolen wallets. And then something shocking happened. The police cracked the case. But the real question is, how many victims were there before this? How many people had their mornings shattered, their sense of security stolen along with their belongings? Here's the part that will blow your mind. This happened in broad daylight, or rather in the early light of dawn. The suspects chose a time when people are vulnerable, rushing to start their day. They exploited that routine. They turned a basic service, public transport, into a weapon. The implications are huge. It creates a controversy every commuter will feel. Some will say this is just street crime. Others will see it as a fundamental breach of trust. If you can't feel safe in a taxi, where can you feel safe? This case leaves us with an unanswered question. With these three in custody, will the snatching stop? Or is this just one cell of a much larger operation? The police have the suspects. But do they have the whole syndicate? Do you think this arrest will make the streets safer? Or is this just a temporary fix? Drop your take in the comments. This was the taxi-based phone snatching syndicate. Remember Sasu Lawrence, Richard Osai, and Charles Kofi Nti? Their alleged crime spree is over. But the conversation about safety is just beginning. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news that affects your life.